Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here. Just got out of seeing the new film, Now You See Me. One of the reasons I want to see this was it was actually written by Ed Solomon, who was one of the two writers on the Bill and Ted films. He wrote a couple other things as well. You know, his name spelled backwards is how they got the name Denomalos in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I don't know, that's something I always think of when I think of him. But you know, this is one of those kind of movies. You know, it stars Jesse Eisenberg, Isla Fisher, I think that's how you say her name, Dave Franco, you know, James Franco's brother, and then Woody Harrelson. It was one of those kind of movies, though. It was kind of like you were kind of expecting a little bit more from it. And the basic idea was it was these four magicians that they all kind of do different things, like Woody Harrelson does, you know, like mind reading. Dave Franco does kind of like street magic. Jesse Eisenberg is kind of more a little bit known, and Isla Fisher does like escape tricks and things like that. Was recently just doing tricks as an assistant before that. And you know, the four of them are kind of put together and into this group, and you don't really know exactly like who does it and like, you know, who put this group together. But it cuts to a year later, and they're putting on this huge trick in Vegas where, you know, they bring someone down and ask about their bank, and then they're putting this thing on their head and basically transport the person, or that's what, you know, the idea of the trick is, transfer the person to their bank. They end up robbing their bank, and, you know, it ends up, you know, being in Paris, so it's kind of a huge investigation with Mark Ruffalo's character playing, you know, he plays the cop in the movie. It's kind of like the whole thing of them trying to figure out, you know, what's going on and trying to, you know, get the evidence and trying to figure out how they did it because they were all there. And, you know, it's one of those kind of things. And Morgan Freeman plays a guy who kind of debunks these kind of things, and they're kind of looking at him, and he's kind of following them around too. So it's one of those kind of movies which all involves like people trying to get to the bottom of things, and, you know, they go from place to place putting on these tricks. It's 3 big tricks. But I don't know, you kind of get lost in the movie a little bit, and, you know, a lot of the characters were kind of underused, like Woody Harrelson. Like, I kind of wish, like, some of them I just didn't feel like it was about them as much, and more about Mark Ruffalo's character and kind of following him more when you wanted to see more tricks and stuff. And some of the stuff, too, with the tricks was kind of peculiar, where I would rather they would have done tricks more that would actually been able to be done, rather than a lot of the tricks were kind of like these CGI kind of things, which kind of took away from it, in my opinion. I think they should have done like kind of Chris Angel tricks, where they could actually kind of pull them off the same kind of way he did, by just sort of tricking you rather than doing things with CGI and kind of making it seem really unrealistic when they, I don't know, that's the only major complaint I had, was why did they do these things, you know, at least some of them like that. You know, everybody did a good job in the movie. It was, like I said, it was just one of those movies where you kind of expected a whole lot more from it. It's not the kind of movie, too, you can really see yourself going, I want to watch this one a whole lot. It was like one of those kind of things, you see it once, and you may not ever want to look at this one. I don't know, it's just one of those kind of movies. It was like, like I said, there was nothing terribly wrong with it. It was interesting, it held my interest, but it also, like, kind of strayed away from things a little bit, and I wish there was a little bit more with the magic act, rather than so much kind of like how they do it and following them around. I don't know, it's just a little too much of that. But all in all, out of probably 10 out of 5 stars, I'd say probably 2.5, 3. I did like it for the most part, just not perfect, and I expected a lot more from what it was. So anyway, though, guys, thanks a lot for watching, for subscribing, and next week, you know, coming up next, I'm going to have my new DVD update, and then after that, I'm going to have the After Earth review. So anyway, though, I'll see you guys later. Bye.